Fine. Good morning to you all students. Hi students, how are you? I hope you all are fine. Students, all of you take your computer textbooks in your hand. So please all of you take your computer textbooks in your hand. Students, are you revising daily portion? So are you revising or not? So have you all studied till yesterday's portion? Have you all studied? So what homework I gave yesterday? So I asked you to study chapter 6, detailed question as well as 3 more question. Isn't it? Have you all studied? So please study daily portions, okay? So at the last time, you won't get time to study because till chapter 9, so it is a part 1 likewise. Chapter 8. Chapter 9 words entirely different. You are going to study programming language. So please study daily portions, okay? So after chapter 9, you are studying a new syllabus like that, okay? So please study daily portions, okay? So welcome to our today's online class, students. So now we are studying about chapter 7. So what's the title of our chapter? Composition and decomposition. Okay. So before we are going to study about today's portion, so just recall what are things I have taught at the last class. Okay. So last class, what are things you have studied? What do you mean by decomposition? Then, so notations to find algorithms in it. So how many notations are there to define the algorithm? 4. What are they? Pseudocode, programming language, flowchart. Sorry, not 4, 3. Pseudocode, programming language and flowchart. So and also you have studied, just elaborated about flowchart, isn't it? So flowchart, how many boxes you have studied? Rectangular box, diamond box, then the box with rounded corners, isn't it? So what's the use of rectangular box? A single statement if you are giving means you need to give inside rectangular box. Diamond is rectangular box have one arrow pointing outside, isn't it? So if you need to check a condition means you need to use diamond box. Then round corners box for start and end. Then parallelogram for giving inputs and outputs. So this much of things you have studied at the last class. Okay. So today we are going to study about the example for the flowchart. Okay. So last class you have studied the notations or how you need to draw the flowchart, isn't it? So today we are going to study some examples for flowchart. Okay. So what's the question they have given means you need to draw the flowchart to compute the quotient and remainder. So after dividing an integer a by another integer b. So you are going to divide two numbers. Okay. So you are going to divide two numbers. So and also you are going to find out the quotient as well as remainder for that number. So after dividing you will get the quotient and remainder. So you are going to display the quotient and remainder in this flowchart. Okay. So what are the things you have studied? Different boxes you have studied in flowchart, isn't it? So by using that boxes you are going to draw the flowchart. Okay, understand? So what's the first step? Already you have studied. So always the flowchart will have start as well as end. Okay. So any flowchart will have start as well as end. So otherwise enter as well as exit. Either you need to give start or end, otherwise enter or exit. Okay. So this starting and ending, you need to give inside which box? This rounded corner box. Understand? So the starting and ending, this box you need to give, already you have studied the start and end, you should give inside this rounded corners box. Okay. So first step is you need to give start or enter. Okay. Then arrow mark you need to draw. What's the next step? You are going to divide two numbers, isn't it? So how many variables you need to divide? For example, 6 and 3, you are going to divide 6 divided by 3. So how many variables required? 2. A and B. For example, A equal to 6 and B equal to 3. So how many variables you need to give as an input? 2. A comma B. So inputs always you need to give in which box? parallelogram box. See, this is the parallelogram box. Understand? So inputs always you need to give inside the parallelogram box. So how many variables required to give input? 2. So that 2 variables they are declaring as A and B. A comma B. So now you have given input. Okay. So next you are going to find out the quotient and remainder. So quotient and remainder you are giving in a statement. So statements you should draw in rectangular box. You are giving some statements. So Q comma R. What's the meaning? Means quotient as well as remainder. Okay. So initially they are giving the value for quotient as 0. So before dividing whether any value is there for quotient? No. So initially the value will be 0. So next remainder. When you will get the remainder? First, for example, 6 divided by 3. 3, 2 are 6. So after dividing the number, that means first number 6 divided by 3 means, so you are going to divide the number, isn't it? So if you are dividing with that number, after that only you will get the remainder. Initially, so the quotient will be 0. After dividing the number, you will get the remainder. So only they are giving quotient comma remainder equal to 0 comma A. Understand? Next you are going to find the remainder by checking the condition. Okay. So what condition means? Remainder greater than or equal to B. For example, 6 divided by 3. So 3 ones are 3, 3 twos are 6. Whether you will put 3 threes are 9? No. So always you need to check whether the particular number is greater than or equal to particular divisor. Understand? So if it is greater means the quotient, what's the quotient value? Q plus 1. That means already initially you are giving 0. Okay. For example, 6 divided by 3. Okay. 3 twos are 6. So what value you will get? What value you will get? Already quotient value you are giving as 0. So 0 plus so quotient you are getting 2. 3 twos are 6. So initially 0. So substitute the value. Okay. So each time it will get increment. And also the remainder you need to decrease. 6 minus 0. 6 minus 6, 0. Quotient always the value will get increase. That means 3 twos are 6. Next 3 threes are 9. Then 3 fours are 12. Likewise, each table you will get increase with 1. So for that only they are giving the quotient plus 1. Remainder. So how you will find out the remainder? The two numbers you will get subtract. 3 twos are 6 minus 6, the answer you will get 0. Understand? So you are checking the condition particular remainder is greater than B. So if the condition is true, always you know the condition that is given in which box? Diamond shaped box. So the diamond shaped box have how many arrow marks pointing outwards? 2. So what are the arrow marks? True, as well as one arrow mark is given with true, another arrow mark is given with false. So if the condition given number is greater than or equal to B, so you are giving some remainder, that remainder is greater than or equal to B. If the condition is true means, so it will return like this quotient each time needs to 1 and remainder you will get subtract. Then see the arrow mark. Again it will check the condition. Each time it will check the condition like this. So if the condition false, the value is not greater than B means if the condition false means what remainder and quotient you are getting that it will display as an answer. Understand? So this is the output. What output they asked you to find? Quotient and remainder. So quotient and remainder you are giving in 2 variables. What are the variables? Q comma R. So output always you need to give in which box? Parallelogram box. Understand? So now output you will get. Then after that you will end the flow chart. Ending by round corner box exit. Understand? So what are the boxes here you see? So start with round corner box, end there, then inputs. So this is the input A comma B. So parallelogram. This is the output R comma Q. This and the parallelogram. So some statement is you are giving. Statement needs to give in rectangular box. Then condition you need to give in diamond shaped box. Okay. Finally you will exit. So arrow marks always pointing towards outside. So conditional box only 2 arrow marks either true or false. Understand? So next thing is flowchart has disadvantage. 3 disadvantages there for flowchart. Okay. First disadvantage is so less efficient. So compared to this programming language or pseudocode, this flowchart will have less efficient or less compact. Okay, so compare, so already you have studied algorithm, you can able to represent in three types of notations. What are they? Pseudocode or programming language and flowcharts. So compared to this programming language and pseudocode, the efficiency of flowcharts is very less. Okay, and also the structure of the algorithm is not a well efficient in this flowchart. Okay, hierarchical structure. What do you mean by hierarchical? Just like a tree, like one another, next, first one, then second statement, third statement. So that hierarchical structure also can't able to get in correct manner. Okay, so next thing is alternative statements and loops are discipline control flow structures. Okay, so what do you mean by alternative statements? Say either you need to, that's a conditional statement, that is called alternative. Either it needs to run the true condition or it needs to run the false condition. So flow charts you can give true as well as false. Okay. So all the steps, all the programs you can't able to give like that. Okay. So three disadvantages you have studied. First one is less efficient. Next one is the hierarchical structure is not efficient. Then loops are not giving in a correct discipline manner. Understand? So next thing you are going to study about composition. Okay. What's the next thing you are going to study? Composition. Okay. So already you have studied about statement. So program consists of lot of statements or instructions. What's the meaning of instruction? For example, in an assembly line, you are standing in a line. So PT teacher asked you to give some instructions. Stand straight. Put the hands forward. So this and the instructions. Based on that instructions, you are doing some action. So PT teacher asked you to do stand straight. What you will do? You will stand straight. So one leg forward. So forward with one leg. So based on that instructions, you are doing an action. Likewise, a statement is a command or instructions. Okay. So in a programming language, a statement is a command or instructions. Based on that instructions, the computer will do some action. Understand? So what do you mean by statement? Statement is nothing but a command or instruction. Based on that instruction, the computer will do some action. Okay. So lot of statements you have studied in the last chapter. So what are the statements you have studied? Assignment statement, control flow statement. Are you remembering about that one? So listen. So normally, so what do you mean by assignment statement? Okay. So assignment statement, for example, A equal to B. Otherwise, A equal to 5. So what's the meaning of this one? Assigning the value 5 to the variable A. So that's the use of assigning statement. So that's the second point they are giving. So assignment statement is a simple statement. So that statement is used to change the values of variables. You can give A equal to 5, B equal to 3. Okay, you are assigning different values to different variables. Okay, so next thing, one statement can be related to another statement. Okay, so one statement consists of other statement. Okay, otherwise one statement is related to other statement. So if you are going to write some algorithm, so there are a lot of statements are there. In that lot of statements, among the lot of statements, some statements are related to one another. Okay, that the statements composed of other statement. So that type of statements we are calling as an compound statements. Okay, so one statement will contain another statements or one statement will contain the meaning of another statement. We are calling as an which kind of statement? Compound statement. Understand? Next, control flow statement. This compound statement is mainly based on control flow statements. What do you mean by control flow? Flow means, so the control needs to flow from one part of the program to another part of the program. So how the control will flow based on the state you are representing. What do you mean by state? So whenever you will find out state, so you need to remember one example. Last chapter you studied. So traffic signal, there is three states: red color, amber color, and green color. Isn't it? Three states are there. So based on the state, the process will change. So likewise, the flow of statements, the flow of control will change based on the states you are representing. Understand? So what are the things you have studied in composition? What do you mean by statement? Statement means nothing but some instruction you are giving to the computer to do some action. So lot of statements you have studied. Among that, what do you mean by assignment statement? So assignment statement is mainly used to assign some values for the variables. For example, a equal to 5, b equal to 3. So and also in algorithm, lot of statements are there. Among the lot of statements, some statements are related to one another. So each one statement is composed of another statement. We are calling as which statement? Compound statement. Okay. So control flow statement is based on this compound statement. What do you mean by control flow? The program from which line to next line need to be executed. The flow of control from one part of the program to another part. How the flow of control will change based on the state you are giving. Understand? So listen. So this and all already you have studied in the last chapter. So there are mainly three important control flow statements. Okay. So how many control flow statements are there? Three. What are they? Sequential, alternative, and iterative. So what do you mean by sequential? The same thing only they have given again and again in your textbooks. Okay. What do you mean by sequential? So the statements are executing one by one. That means one another. First it will execute, for example, in a program it will contain 10 lines. So first it will execute first line, then second line, then third line, fourth line, likewise till 10 line. Likewise order by order it will execute means that statement we are calling as a sequential. So alternative means, so alternative path. So it will check the condition based on the state. So it will check the condition. So either the condition become true or false. So if the condition is true means the true part will execute. Otherwise, if the condition is false means false statement will execute. So just recall the flowchart you have studied, question and remainder. So in diamond shaped box, there are two arrows, true and false. If the condition is true means that inside the box true, whatever you have given, that statement will execute. So if the condition is false means whatever you have given in the false box, that box will execute. So that we are calling as an alternative statement, alternative. Okay. So iterative. Iterative means, so some statements need to execute again and again, like a loop. Okay. So that we are calling as an iterative statement. Okay. So this is the definition for sequential, alternative and iterative. So now we are going to study in detail. So first thing is a sequential statement. So what do you mean by sequential statement? Already sir. So each statement will contain lot of instructions or lot of statements. Okay. So sequential statements means nothing but, for example, in a program, if you take 10 line means we will say 10 statements. So whatever we have given the instructions or lines in a program, that we are calling as statements. Okay. So this sequential statements also consists of lot of sequence of statements. So what do you mean by sequential statement? So it will execute one after another. That means, so what order you have written the program. If 10 lines is there means, so 10 lines it will execute in order wise. First line it will execute, then second line, then third line till 10th line as the same order how you are written. So that type of statements we are calling as an which statement? Sequential. Okay, the control or the flow of control from starting to end, the order wise, what order you have written, the same order it will execute. That we are calling as an which statement? Sequential. Understand? So for that they have given one example. Okay, so this 3 chapters are fully raw theory only. Okay, just like a theorems. If you understand only means you can able to study. Okay, so listen. So here they are giving two statements. For example, they have given how many statements? 2. What are they means? S1 and S2. How many statements they have given? 2. What are they? S1 and S2. Okay. So this statement is composed of how many statements? 2, S1 and S2. Already have studied one statement will contain lot of statements, or one statement is composed of lot of statements. That we are calling as in which statement? Compound statement. So this is very important, okay? So one statement is composed of, another statement we are calling as an compound statement. Now understand what you mean by composed of? So here normally we will say a statement, yes. So here in that statement we are going to give two statements. How many statement? S1 and S2. So sequential statement will have how many statement? 2, S1 and S2. See, they have given us S1 and S2. So listen. So what's the order for execution in sequential? First it will execute what statement you have given at the first. Then it will execute next. Then third, fourth likewise, isn't it? So here they are given two statements. So first, so you need to give two statements. Always the statements need to give in which box? Rectangular box. So rectangular box, the arrow pointing towards outside. So see, so the two statements you are given inside the rectangular box. So in that rectangular box, the arrow will pointing outside. So what's the meaning of this one? First, this arrow point to which statement? S1. That means first it will execute the which statement? S1. So after that the statement is executed, then it will execute the next statement S2. Okay. First execute X1, then after it will execute S2. So in that order only you have written first S1 and S2. Okay. So which order you have written, the same order the program will execute, that we are calling as in which kind of statement? Sequential statement. Understand? Understand now sequential statement? So now you are going to give input property and input output relation for this problem. So what's the format for writing specification problem? Are you remembering the format of writing specification problem? How you will write the specification problem? First you will write the name of the algorithm, then input and output, then input property, then input output relation. Similarly, here also they will write next step. First they are identifying the statements, then they are going to write the input property and input output relation. Okay, so the input property they have given in the letter P. Okay, the input property they have given in the letter P. Next, the input output they have given in the letter Q. Then the statements they have given is S. So what do you mean by P? What do you mean by P? Input property. What do you mean by Q? Input output relation. What do you mean by S? Statement. So listen, always you are going to will write the property, input property will write with comments. Comments starts with 2 dashes, isn't it? So input property 2 dash P. Then statement. Then input output relation with which what's the variable for input output relation? Q. Understand? First they have given the two statements. They are giving in the picture how the statements will execute with the form arrow marks. Then they are identified input output relation. Understand? P is the input property, Q is the input output relation, the statement yes. Understand? Understand how you need to write the compound statements? So next thing, farmer, goat, grass and wolf problem. So last chapter also you have studied about this problem, isn't it? Farmer, goat, grass and wolf problem. So what's the problem? So last chapter you have studied only that problem, isn't it? So in one question they ask, in that question only you are studying the answer. So but this chapter you are going to study that answer in detail, okay? How the answer will come. We are going to see this chapter, okay? So what's the problem? A farmer has a goat, a grass and a wolf. So, so farmer, goat, grass and wolf, 4 of them are there. First 4 of them are standing at the left side of the river. That's the initial state. Okay, then, so that 4 of them need to cross the river and go to right side. So the only one way a boat is there. So the boat can carry either any one of the person along with farmer. Okay, so that's what's the then question? Initially they are standing at the left side. So at the final state all the 4 needs to be at the right side. What's the condition? A boat needs to carry only one person along with farmer. Okay. So for that you are going to write the problem. Okay. See. So what's the initial state? Farmer, goat, grass and wolf. So all the four persons are standing at which side? Left side. L comma L comma L. This L also will come in first line. Okay. So initially all the four of them are standing in which side? Left side. Farmer, goat, grass and wolf are standing in left side. L comma L comma L. So next you are going to compute using statement. The statement always given in which letter? Yes. This is the input. Okay, first always you will give input. So this is the input means initial state. Next you will write output. That is end state or final state. So final state all the four needs to stand in which side? Opposite side or right side. For that you are going to compute using sequence of statements. So understand, so what's the initial state? Initial state, a farmer, goat, grass and wolf, all four of them are standing in which side? Left side. So left side we are going to represent the variable L. Okay, so for how many L will come? 4. So 4. L will represent the variables for standing at left side. Okay, so next at the final state, 4 of them needs to stand in which side? Right side. So right side they are given representing variable R. For that you are going to compute with the statements yes. This is the input, then last is the output in between statement. So they are giving, so this statement yes will have lot of a sequence of assignment. Okay, what do you mean by assignment? You are giving some values for the statements. Okay, so two things they have given, listen. What are the two things? Goat and wolf have the same value. Okay, what are the things have same value? Goat and wolf have the same value, but farmer has opposite value. What's the first thing? Goat and wolf has the same value, but the farmer has opposite value. Okay, likewise, why goat and wolf have same value? So if he left a goat along with wolf, a wolf will eat a goat. Isn't it? Likewise, a goat and grass have the same value. Why? A goat left along with grass means a goat will eat all the grass. So a goat and grass has the same value, but the farmer has opposite value. Okay, like so based on that, based on this condition you are going to write a problem. Okay, see, so this is somewhat factually easy only. If you understand means easily, otherwise you will get confused. Okay, so please listen carefully. So first line, see the first line. Right, first line, farmer, goat, grass and wolf, 4. 4 of them are standing in which side? Left side. So L comma L comma L. Okay, left side 4 of them are standing. Next condition. So farmer is carrying a goat along with him. Okay, please listen. A farmer is carrying a goat along with him. So both a farmer as well as goat are going to the right side. Now who all are standing in right side? Farmer and goat. So what's the value now? Farmer and goat? R. So substitute these values in the first thing. Substitute farmer and in the place of farmer and goat you need to substitute this value R comma R. Remaining two things are standing in left side. Okay. So after that again the next step, farmer is coming to again left side. First step understand? First 4 of them are standing in left side. So 4 values of L. Next farmer is carrying a goat along with him and he went to the right side. So farmer and goat has the values R. So substitute this equation. So this 2L will change R comma R. So after that next step, the farmer is coming to left side again, but goat is standing right side. Understand? So farmer is coming to left side, goat is standing right side, then remaining things are at left side. Understand now? Understand? Think and write, otherwise you surely will get confused. Okay, next. First farmer carries a goat. Next step, a farmer carries a grass. So who and all going to right side now? Farmer as well as grass. So farmer as well as grass going to right side. So substitute the values here. So farmer, the value of farmer is now R. Already goat is in right side. Then grass also now goes to right side. Understand? Now who is alone left with? Wolf alone left with the left side. But what's the condition? if a goat is left along with the grass bundle, goat will eat all the thing. So the farmer is coming to left side along with the goat. Understand? So if here grass, farmer, goat as well as grass, both of them are right side, only wolf alone at left side. But the condition, if the grass, if a farmer only coming to the left side means the goat eat all the grass bundle. So what's the farmer is doing means the farmer is carrying a goat along with him. So again the farmer and the goat, now they are standing in which side? Left side. Understand? So say substitute the values here. Here both the farmer and goat is standing in left side as well as wolf. Only grass alone at right side. Next. So next the farmer and wolf. Farmer is carrying a wolf along with farmer. You are carrying a wolf to right side. So who are farmer as well as wolf का another value or substitute here. A farmer, then grass bundle, a wolf at the right side. Understand? Only who is alone now? Goat is alone standing at the left side. So whether a farmer needs to carry anything? No. So because a wolf is there, grass. Wolf won't eat the grass. So only now farmer is coming to the left side. So the value of farmer is L. So now whose value is central L? A farmer as well as a wolf. Sorry, a farmer as well as goat. Then, last step, a farmer is carrying a goat along with him. Now, he reaches the right side. See, all of them are at right side. So, just you will get confused. If you are not understanding means, please, once again, think and read it. Just like a story. This is algorithmic problem. Just think and read it. Okay. Then, if you think and read means, surely you will get understand. If you mug up means, surely you will get forget. Please don't mug up it. So don't boycott it, please. Again and again I'm telling you, this is an important question. Okay, don't boycott it. Understand and study. So initially 4 of them are standing at the left side. Okay. Next, that's the first condition. Understand? 4 of them are standing in left side. Second condition, farmer is carrying a goat along with him. So farmer and goat at the right side. Farmer and goat at the left side, remaining left side. Now farmer alone again coming to left side. So the farmer value is L, remaining at left side. Then farmer is carrying a grass to right side. So all the thing, only wolf alone standing at the left side. But a goat is standing along with grass means goat will eat the grass. So again a farmer is coming along with goat to left side. So now remaining things, goat, farmer as well as wolf is left side. Next farmer is carrying a wolf. Then wolf is now at right side, only goat alone. Again only a farmer alone coming, then farmer and goat is go to the right side. Understand? If you get confused means please sit in a place, just understand and study. Okay. Yes. Next thing, alternative statement. Okay. Sequential statement already you have studied. Next one is alternative statement. So what do you mean by alternative? Alternative means some other path. Okay. So alternative, we will say no, alternative path is there to go to some place, alternative path, choose alternative path. Likewise, so based on the condition, so it will find the alternative path. Okay. So here alternative statement is also contain lot of statements. So it will execute the statement based on the condition. That's important. Okay. So alternative statement always execute with based on the conditions. Okay. So the condition will describe which state. That means based on the state, it will check the condition. Okay. How it will check the condition? Based on the state. What state you are giving, based on the state, it will check the condition. State means what? Example, traffic signal. So 3 colors, red, amber and blue. So based on that, so which any one of the light only blink at a time, any one light can blink. So any one state at the present, it will be there. So based on the state, you can give the condition. If green means you can walk, or red means you need to stop. So based on the condition, the statements will change. So likewise, so this condition, so based on that condition, the statements will change. Okay. So here they are giving 2 statements. Okay. Likewise, sequential statement. Here also they are giving how many statements? 2. S1 and S2. So here which one you need to include? Condition. That's important. Which one you need to include? Conditions. Okay. So condition they have given in a letter C. Okay. Condition you are giving in a letter C. So and also important thing you need to check, if else. Okay. So here condition means you need to remain. So either it will true or false. Either the condition becomes true or the condition becomes false. Two conditions will be there, true or false. So, for that they are giving if else, either true or false. True means if condition will execute. False means else condition will execute. Okay. So, inside the condition, you are giving two statements. Inside the if condition, see listen, if condition giving statement 1 and else condition you are giving another one statement S2. So when the S1 statement will execute, if the given condition is true means this S1 statement will execute. In that same example you take the traffic signal. For example, here you give if green. If green. So here in statement you write walk. Okay. Here please if green. In S1 you write walk. Else you write stop. Okay. So listen. If green light blink means. If green light blink means only which statement will execute this. Whether the red color will blink. No. At a time any one light can blink. So at that condition. So if a green means which statement needs to execute walk. So this alone the condition is true. But now red color. So whether this condition needs to execute, red color means whether you need to walk, no, stop. At that time this condition don't execute. So only the condition, if the condition fails means which block will execute, else block. Okay, understand now? So if we are giving some condition, if the condition true means true block will execute. That means if block. If the condition fails means this else block will execute. So based on that, which one it will execute based on the condition. Understand? So, here you are going to draw a flowchart for the alternative statement. Okay. So, here you have intended two keywords. What are the keywords you are using? If and else. To how many statements you are there using? Two. S1 and S2. And they are using the keywords if and else. What's the meaning of if and else? So, it will represent true or false. So, alternative things means, so it will have two conditions, true or false. So how many arrows? The condition means always you need to draw which box. Condition means diamond shaped box, isn't it? So diamond shaped box always have how many arrows? Two. So one arrow pointing towards true, another arrows pointing towards false. So if, say listen, this is a condition. So you need to give the condition inside which box? So two conditions, how many statements? Two statements. Two statements you are giving us a S1 and S2. Now you are going to check the condition. So listen. So this is the condition box, isn't it? So condition you need to give in which box? Diamond shaped box. So inside the diamond shaped box you are giving condition. Okay. So in this condition, how many statements, how many conditions, how many arrows will be pointing outside? Two. What are they? Either true or false. So if the condition is true means, see, true means the statement, first statement will execute. That means S1. Understand? If the given condition is true means see the arrow mark. So this is all very, very important. Okay, this is all basic things. The same thing only you are going to study in programming language also. So please listen carefully. The same thing only you are going to study. Concept is same. So listen, you are giving some condition. So if that condition is true means, so this statement will execute. Okay. Sometimes if the condition becomes false. False means this S2 statement will execute. If the condition is false means whether this true statement will execute? No. See the arrow mark once again. So if the condition is true means this statement will execute. See the arrow mark, it will come outside of the program. See the arrow mark is coming outside, pointing to this one. This what's the meaning means the control will come outside of the program. Listen, if the condition is false means it will execute which part? S2 statement and the control flow outside. This is very, very important. Okay. Understand? Yes. Next thing we are going to study about conditional statement. Okay. So what do you mean by conditional? Already in last we have studied about conditional statement. Last we have studied about which statement? Alternative statement. So conditional statement is nothing but, so here also two condition. Condition means, so immediately you need to come to remain two conditions, true and false. So sometimes only the true condition alone need to execute. Okay, think only the true condition alone needs to execute. False condition no need to execute sometimes. Okay, So at that time, you are giving which statement? Conditional statement. Okay, when you are giving conditional statement, sometimes you need to execute only the true statement, but you are not going to execute the false statement. Okay, so that time you are using which statement? Conditional statement. So here also true and false is there. So true block alone execute, false block won't execute. Okay, so it is similar to the alternative statement. So alternative statement, if else, both if block or else block will execute. But here the else block always becomes empty. Only if block alone execute. Okay, so we are calling this is a variant of alternative statement. So this conditional statement, variant of alternative statement. So here listen, if you are giving some condition. So how many statements need to execute? Only one statement. So statement we are denoting in the letter S. So condition we are giving in the letter C. So S is called statement and C is a condition. So based on that condition you are going to check whether the condition is true. True means it will execute the statement. False means it won't do anything. Understand? So see this flow chart. You are giving some condition. So listen, always the condition needs to give in diamond shade box. Condition will always come to arrow marks true and false. But in conditional statement you have studied the only true statement alone execute. So if condition is true means the statement given inside the box will execute, but it won't bother about false statement. The false statement won't get execute. Okay, always the condition is true means only the true. See inside the box we are giving statement yes. So if the condition is true means only this statement alone execute, the arrow mark will condition that statement is execute, the arrow mark will come outside. But here whether any statement they have given for false, no. Only the true statement alone execute. That's a conditional statement. Okay, so how many types of statement you have studied? Compound statement. See in compound statement how many statement? Sequential statement. Then alternative statement and conditional statement. Very important questions. Okay, so please after completion of this session, please study that farmer goat wolf problem. Please study as well as sequential, alternative and write this conditional statement. Please study and draw this flow chart. This is a homework for you. You should study these three statements and you should draw the flow chart. If you understand the concept means only you can able to study the programming language easier. Okay, so remaining things we can continue in the next class. So thank you students. Thank you.